Hi there, my name is Wouter. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Lanc, and this is a demo for you as an artist on how to use Lanc. Now, I understand that if this is the first time using our platform, it might be a little bit overwhelming. There are a lot of different sections and features that can help you. It's good to just understand what it is, right? So that's why we're recording this demo for you so that you can find opportunities, you can apply to them, and you can then also really kind of, build your profile into Lanc, because Lanc is developed kind of as a two-part solution, I would say. One is that it is a central place where you can find opportunities in the performing arts as an artist, while also then applying to them and having all that communication centralized in one specific place. We also wanted to give you kind of a home for your work so that you would be able to showcase your work, your projects, your performances, your productions that you've been working on as an artist. So that's why Lanc also serves a bit as a kind of profile builder or a portfolio builder, or almost like a little mini website for you and all your art. But let's just start first with the basics and then dive into your profile and all the specific features as we go along. I will go and start sharing my screen now. All right, so the first step is logging in or creating an account on Lanc. Now, I will just directly log in, but if you do need to really create an account, you can just use this button right here. And if you're applying, it means that you have an artist account. And if you're hiring, it means you have a company account using all the kind of audition software that we have created for them. Today, we're talking about the I'm applying one because that's you as an artist. All right, back at the first page, simply just add your password. And here we go, and we'll go and log in. So this first dashboard, actually, what you see is kind of your home, right? Here you have some informational things on how to use Lanc, and then here you can have an overview of your portfolios. On the side here you see opportunities or work that's actually matched with you. Now, what's important to know is that Lanc is created in three different sections. You have your profile section, which is all your general information. Then you have your portfolio section. This is where you can actually create portfolios, upload media, and they serve almost as a visual resume for you. And then the third section is applying. And so you actually have a lot of different places where you can put information, which I think can be sometimes a little confusing, but we'll go through each step right now and then just clearly show how it works and what you can do with it. So the base level of your profile, your picture, your headshot, your banner, your nationality, your age, your biography, that is all in a section called appearances. So we will go there right now. All right. So this section has your profile. This is the first one. So you go profile details. Here you can fill out your name, your handle. This is a little bit like an Instagram handle, like and then your Instagram nickname, kind of, date of birth, country of residence, city, your headshot. What's really good to know is that this information is automatically added to all your applications as well. So you never, if a company asks for a headshot, you actually have your headshot uploaded in your profile. So that's already automatically submitted. So you have then your profile banner. And then we have a few extra settings here. One is whether you want to show your age on applications, and the other one is whether you want a public or private account. Now, a public or private account, what the difference there is that actually when companies are on Lanc or artists are on Lanc and they search this thing called the Artist Hub, which is kind of everyone combined, your profile does not show up there. But it still means that if you are a private account, that you can still go and apply to opportunities and all of that. So that doesn't really change. It just changes that you're not publicly visible for other companies. We did that because sometimes if you are maybe at a company and you're applying for a different job and you don't want your director maybe to know, right? So that's kind of why we did that. Now we have up here, we have the next section, which is about me. Here there is a lot of more general info, which also gets submitted to companies application level. We have a profile bio. This is a bit like an Instagram bio, like a quick thing just to kind of like give an introduction for yourself. And then we have the actual biography, which is much more comprehensive look into who you are. And this is where you can really just write a lot of text. Then we have your resume, which you can upload here as well. Now, this resume, again, gets automatically attached to each and every single application that you send out. Like it gets updated everywhere, which is really a nice way so everyone can stay current on who you are, what you do, and stuff like that. Then we have your social media stuff. Don't put a full link, just put your nickname or your Instagram handle or your TikTok handle, because we already kind of take the actual link and we create it into a fitting link. So you don't need to do that. All right, so that's kind of like all the information you have on a profile-based level. What also gets automatically attached to all these applications that you send out, as well as this is how companies can filter and kind of like find you in the artist space as well. I will not go into all of these things because that is our Artist Studio beta program, which I will show you a little later. Then we are going to go to portfolios. All right, so as you can see, I have 3 different portfolios at the moment. The idea is that you can create different portfolios for each of your kind of professions that you are doing. So you can create one as a dancer, as a choreographer, as a dance teacher, but also as a composer, videographer, photographer, model. Anything is kind of possible in terms of what you want to create a portfolio for. Now, when you create a new portfolio, you go here to create new. Now you are in the builder of your portfolio, basically. So the first step is choosing your artist type, which is kind of your profession. Now, let's say I want to be an actor, right? Now I can write something about this portfolio. So this is really just custom to you as an actor, who you are, what you do, what you find interesting, and stuff like that. So you can just type, I am a theater actor, for example. So, and then you can also write like, what kind of theater are you interested in? Like that's a little bit how you can kind of have an introduction of your portfolio. Now you can add skills. Do press enter to start the next one. So for example, my skill is acting. Boom, now it gets added. So you kind of create the skill-based portfolio as well. Now I go to the next step, which is education. Now here I'll have to fill out all the details. This will be your resume of how you add things. So I will quickly just add some stuff. All right, so now I've filled out everything and you can see that you can also write a little bit more text about actually that training or education. Then you click add education and now you see here that it's added. So you can add as much as possible. And for example, here in actually the type of training, you can even add workshops or intensives or master classes or a pre-professional training or anything like that. So we'll go to the next step, which is experiences. Again, here, there are a lot of possibilities how you can communicate all the experiences, what you've had. There's also different employment types. If you did an apprenticeship, if it was full-time, freelance. So you can be a lot more thorough on how you communicate all your experiences. I will fill one out and then we'll go to the next step. All right, so as you can see, I filled everything out now. I can click add experience. Again, here it shows up there, and now I can move to the next step, which is media. All right, so now we're at the media step. Basically, I already have uploaded this media in my media center, and I can just connect which media items, which videos I want to add to my actor's profile. These are a little bit dancey, but let's say I'm an actor, right? So then you are here. Now I can upload also additional media if necessary. If I didn't upload anything in the media library and I can select it, I can still upload everything in here and then give it a title and then upload it. So it's fairly easy. I go to the next step, which is settings. So now here in settings, I can determine what the feature image is of my portfolio. Let's say I want this one, as well as setting a highlight video for kind of the portfolio. That's more premium feature anyway, but it's there. I can then also determine whether I want to make the portfolio private or public. It's set to automatically public. Now I go to review, and now here I see all of my information, everything that I've been adding, and then I can click on publish, and then my portfolio is published. All right, it will look like this, and it will be also visible on my actual profile. And this is then the base, the portfolio is the base of how I can submit applications, which is the whole application system kind of like builds and continues on what you do on a portfolio level. I can still edit it, of course, and I can also always delete it. All right, so if I find an opportunity in Lens via the opportunity section and I click on it, I see here the opportunity post, and this is a post from Theater Lens, which is a mock-up post. And I can see all the information of what the company is looking for, what they are offering, and also how to actually apply. Now, if I want to apply, I go and click apply. And now we're in kind of the application process. So again, I see all this information of what the company offers and what the kind of opportunity is. Now I go to the next step. In this step, I can choose which portfolio I would like to use. Now, let's say I am using my dancer portfolio. Now, here I see what the company wanted me to upload. And here I see all the media that was connected to my dancer's portfolio. So now I'm going to can select and deselect what media I want to send to this company. So basically, I have the base of a portfolio that I can still customize which media items and uploads I want to send specifically for an application. So now, for example, I've clicked all of them. I've added all of them, or maybe I still need something extra. That means I can still upload here in this section. I can still upload an actual new file that's related to the application that I don't want to connect it to my portfolio or profile. If you have any uploading issues, we have the possibility to add external media, which means you can add YouTube links, Vimeo links, and all of that so that the company can really, can kind of like still see your stuff if you have any issues. All right, so now I selected all of it. I go next step. I have a short motivation that you don't necessarily need to write, but we created this because it's always nice for a company to hear, hey, my name is, and I'm looking to apply. Now, this company added extra questions, what they would like to be answered. So also here, this will be required for you to fill out. And this is really depending on what the company asks, because the company can set these things for you so that they can just get to know you in a little bit of a different way. So this will be custom to each application you do, basically in Lanced. All right, now I can review. And here I see again everything, I have my extra questions and all my experiences and training and education from that specific portfolio are now attached automatically. Also, you see up here, that's my headshot, my Instagram, my Lens account, my resume, my age. This also gets automatically sent to them. So make sure to also check that your actual profile is in order if you apply. Now, and also the photos obviously are there. I click apply. And now when you see this, it means that the company has received your application and that they'll go and review it. So that is going from the profile level in appearance to making a portfolio to then customizing all of that to actually apply. Now, why did we do it like this is because you actually have one portfolio, one base portfolio that you can then quickly send to as many applications as you want. And it actually gets a lot easier for you and visual as well. Now, you can then go to applications all the way here, and you can now see all of the applications that you've been kind of applying to. Here is my application. I can still see the call. And then up here, I can actually still see my application that I just sent. And I can even edit it if needed. When you then go back up here, you see also like, what are you waiting for? What are you invited for? And what are you rejected for? You can also archive them. So that's the things that have been before. And this is a really nice way for you to keep an overview. Now, when you get invited to an audition, you will receive a message. And if you do not get invited or a rejection, you actually receive a notification. Like here, for example, I will receive a notification in here. So make sure to always check your messages and your notifications for communication from a company. We build in triggers for email, but sometimes that lands in spam or it gets blocked. So make sure to just check Lens regularly. And as we grow, as we go mobile, it will be a lot easier to receive notifications, obviously, as well. All right, I just wanted to show you the last thing, which is the artist beta program. Basically, if you go to Appearance and if you go to theme options, you can choose from different themes. So your actual profile from Lens doesn't show as a regular profile, but becomes a little mini website. So for example, here you have Juno, and this is then turns into a whole different design. And you can also connect your own domain and you can just set which portfolios you want to share. And it really becomes your own kind of, it becomes your own website, basically. So that's something we've been working on. and are optimizing. All right, that's it for this demo. I hope that I got you a little bit more clearer on how the platform works and what does what and how does it function and where do you put what type of information. If you have any questions or if you experience bugs or glitches or if you have any feature suggestions, please just let us know. There's a feedback button in the app, but also there's an in-app chat where you can actually directly contact me if needed. I just want to wish you good luck with building your profiles, applying to opportunities, and creating your little mini websites. And I'm sure I'll see you at the next session. Thank you very much.